welcome to your favourite teacher. In today's video we'll be exploring Piggy in Lord of the Flies and his journey throughout the novel. His appearance is different as he is considerably overweight, wears glasses and has asthma. When we first meet him, he asks a lot of questions, which quickly irritates Ralph. Golding uses Piggy's initial characterisation to foreshadow that Ralph may not always be as nice as he's depicted at the start. Despite his appearance being laughable to the rest of the boys, he comes across as the voice of reason a lot in the novel, as he has most of the ideas. Piggy identifies the shell the boys find as the conch and shows Ralph how to use it to summon the others on the island. Without Piggy, Ralph wouldn't have figured this out and perhaps wouldn't have become the leader in the first place. As a character, Piggy represents civilization on the island. He feels safe when there are rules, and one of his first questions is, "Aren't there any grown-ups?" which shows that he values adults and likes to know that there are clear boundaries in place. His logic is what helps the boys survive on the island, even though he isn't given the credit for this as Ralph takes over as leader. Later in the novel, Piggy says, "The first thing we ought to have made were the shelters." But his logic is lost on the boys, who see it as more of a holiday and spend their time playing rather than being focused on survival. Without Piggy and his glasses, the boys wouldn't have been able to make the signal fire, which was key to their discovery from the outside world. Ironically, the boys value his glasses more than him as a character, which is poignant because Piggy's intelligence and logic could have saved them from becoming more and more savage as the novel progresses. When the boys run off to start a fire, he calls them a crowd of kids, which Golding has used to emphasise his character being more like an adult than like a child. He often talks about having to carry on because that's what the grown-ups would do, which again shows how different he is to the other boys. Interestingly, Piggy is the only one left on the island in clothing towards the end of the novel. His tattered shorts symbolise the link to humanity as the rest of the boys dance about wildly with painted faces and no clothing. Golding does this deliberately to show how different Piggy is to the rest of the boys, and to show that there is always some voice of reasoning behind any choice made. Piggy is a kind character. Unlike the other boys, such as Jack and Roger, Piggy is nice to the little uns when they become scared of the beast, and is supportive towards them, probably because they're younger and smaller than him. He is also very loyal and supportive of Ralph, despite him being mean at times. He votes for Ralph grudgingly at the beginning, but clearly sees true leadership qualities in Ralph that he doesn't see in himself, so stands by him right up until his death in the penultimate chapter. Alongside his intelligence, loyalty and logic, Golding characterises Piggy to show that he is very good at reading people and situations. He realises early on that Jack is full of hatred. He also realises that the boys only have people to fear, not the island itself. And rightly so. Finally, he realises that the boys are losing sight of their normal civilised behaviour, which could be why he tries so hard to fight the choice to become evil and is the last one in clothes. Stay with us for the next video where we will be talking about more of the characters and themes from Lord of the Flies. I'm Miss Meeks, thank you for watching.